Hi, I'm Jessie Ratey, and I'm running for school committee in Ward 3. I see so much promise in our schools, and I know we can make Somerville schools better together. I am a Somerville mom with 2 kids entering 7th and 4th grade at the Argenziano School. I've lived in Somerville for 20 years. It's where we started our family and opened a family business, Gracie's Ice Cream. I love living in this small city where I can walk anywhere and daily run into people who are smart and creative and call this place home. I am running for school committee as a parent and as a citizen motivated to step up by the threats to education and the state of our country. So I will tell you how I'm a trained leader and education professional, but most importantly, I'm a candidate fueled by the urgency of these times. My path to running for office has been defined by service. In high school, I raised funds to spend a summer as a public health volunteer in rural Mexico. I've volunteered in many teaching roles. I've been an English as a second language teacher, a literacy tutor, and a writing coach. I've also worked on advocacy initiatives for issues like women's empowerment and universal childcare. Here in Somerville, I've served on the School Improvement Council at the Argenziano School and planned PTA-sponsored events for years. Because of these experiences, I am prepared to be a responsive public servant and a voice for children and families in the city. I'm a leader with training both on the ground and in the classroom. Years ago, I ran a grassroots nonprofit for English as a second language education and community building in an immigrant community. And I marched in the streets alongside those ESL learners to demand comprehensive immigration reform. I returned to school for my MBA in social policy to get better at leading and managing for social change. More recently, in my work, I've worked with nonprofits in the education sector to improve operations and expand programming. Much of my work has focused on the racial and socioeconomic opportunity gaps in education that arise from structural inequities in our systems. On the school committee, I will have 3 initial focus areas. 1, increasing rigor and support. 2, improving communication. And 3, ensuring safety and well-being for all students. First, increasing rigor and support. These are the 2 things my fellow parents tell me the most. Some families find that their children need more support from interventionists in the classroom. Other families want their children to experience more educational challenge. All children need to feel engaged, and all students need a blend of challenge and support to thrive and not to fall behind. I want to work on initiatives that help educators with differentiation in the classroom and ensure that our schools are equipped to deliver it. Secondly, we need to improve communication between schools and home. Parents and caregivers want to know how to support their children and teachers in the classroom. Yet families are frustrated with navigating information. What is the best way to contact my child's teacher? How and when do I enroll for after school? What opportunities are available for my middle school child? Good communication requires planning and intention and needs to be linguistically and culturally appropriate. I want to work on ways to ensure that communication is consistent and accessible. And third, all students deserve to feel safe and welcome at school. Now is an incredibly challenging time for many families, and I support the district's position on protecting immigrant students. I also support recent efforts to ensure increased counseling and movements towards restorative justice, and I would remain committed to policies that uplift inclusiveness across the district. My vision for Somerville Public Schools is a partnership where educators and families know how to work together to support student success. I know how to work with others to build consensus and guide decisions, and I will hold the line for our kids' needs. Please vote for me, Jessie Ratey, in the September and November elections for Ward 3 School Committee. Thank you.